to be a lot about sales management, leadership, obviously. But there was, Cole's going to expand on those 3 levers, though. Marketing, sales ops, and sales. So
he's been beating the sales drum hard.
Yeah.
Sales ops drum hard.
Yeah.
Because he's like, show up rates are bad. Again, we've seen quality. Well, he talks about quality. All about it. It's us.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So creating baseline. But you guys already know, you wouldn't be in this room if you didn't already know the importance of validating your offer and your sales process before building the sales team. Well, I just want to explain like that underlying thought process behind this, and you see how it relates to what I'm going to teach you. It's key that before you start aggressively building the team, or building the team at all for that matter, you really need to have 10 textbook calls, right? That the closer for the sales team can go through, or the setters can go through. Okay, the keyword is textbook. Like, it's not 10 calls of you being a genius and just closing somebody in 20 minutes. It's 10 calls of like you executing the process perfectly, okay? So this sets a baseline. So a good thing to know about your sales reps, and really anybody on your team, is just that sales is this is the benefit of treating sales. Not that it's easy, but this is the core benefit, is that you just learn completely through modeling. But with sales, it's just so easy to have 10 textbook calls, and then it's like, look at this, do this, copy this. Like, it sets the baseline. You see what I'm saying? And so over time, things drift away from baseline. Like, you guys know this. You review calls, and you're like, why the hell are you doing that? Like, where are you doing that? Well, I closed so-and-so later. No, it doesn't work like that. You can't. You go back. I already told you what to do. Go back to what you're supposed to do. So, this is a technique, I guess you could say. I did this, and man, it is so powerful. It's so simple. Is just once a quarter, 2 to 5 calls off the sales rep's calendar, and just textbook crush the call. And then with those, that was sales team review material for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. After I did this, 80% increase in the performance of the team. 80%. This is a big part of it. But, why does this work? Well, it resets baseline, it resets the example of what great looks like and what they should be doing. It shows them a ton of conviction. You as the founder, you get so much respect from them because they're like, wow, like this guy's doing so much of this stuff. He started closing the process. But the team gets pumped, and you're like, it really helps you see, does the marketing need to change? Would it help if I did this? Would it help if I did that? It's just so good to stay tapped in. I mean, I've been doing this for years and years and years. I wish I would have known to do, like, if I would have done this once a quarter with the teams, I mean, our result, I would have made millions of more dollars. Just from 2 calls, like I got 2 calls a quarter. Like, that's it. But once you're out of sales management, I mean, the last thing you want to do is go take a fucking call. I mean, that's, because it goes to be honest. It's just, and I don't like sales calls. I don't even want to do it. Because you're just waiting this other shit you could be doing. Like, I don't want to deal with this person that's limiting beliefs and objections. I'm just saying, that's why I hired you. You do.
There is a really deep element of what I'm going to talk about that's very personal development, self-development related as an undercurrent theme. However, what I implore all of you to do is recognize that any limits that you have in your company are limits on you as a leader, almost every single time. So I would like all of you to have that as a frame as I'm talking of like, man, like where do I need to step up as a business owner, as a business leader? And all of you kind of like take those lessons into yourself because this is going to be more team focused. Most of you in this room, the biggest bottleneck that you haven't figured out yet is how do I create leaders within my company that are an 8 or 9 out of 10. Because if you did, you'd be doing multiple millions a month. It's almost inevitable. So that's what we're going to be talking about. And really codifying how we can create better leaders in and of ourselves and also create better leaders in our company. This is the equation that I have created. I'm going to talk about this a lot. This is why I like to have systems and equations for things that allow you to repeat it, allows you to train people within your own company. But all actions, any action that's taken, stems from a belief system that's held in the brain And that belief system was created by an experience that you had. So a little kid touches a hot stove, he gets hurt, he believes touching things that are hot hurts him, he no longer touches hot things. So all actions for your employees, good or bad, stem from a belief system that they hold, good or bad, that stems from an experience that most likely a past leader, a parent, or you as a leader gave them. So like I said, I'm not gonna make this a self-development training, but this equation is a lot of me to level up as a leader that's very rare, and I would say it's very exceptional. To tell a story about this, I was thinking about as Cole was talking, with our stem cell company, regenerative medicine company, we partnered with them in February of last year. We were at about $50,000 a month. Really quickly, the company scaled to about $300,000 a month over 3-4 months. And there was a leader in place that was there, and we decided to part ways with that leader, and I took back over the team. And when I took over the team, I realized really quickly after the first week of sales meetings that this is a 90% culture issue within this company, and it's a 10% sales issue. It's 90% culture, 10% sales. If I were to come into most of your companies and watch a sales meeting or a CSM meeting or an operations meeting, I'd be like, 80% of your issues are company culture, 20% are skill set. Skill set's so easy to teach. You can teach somebody to do anything almost any time, but culture, really hard to build. All right, cool. We'll wrap up there. Appreciate you all for being here.
Changed it up from like last event, and now they're going like more like tactical sales, management, sales. Yep. Yeah. Last event felt like a lot of high-level marketing stuff, like the stages stuff. Like didn't resonate with me at all. Yeah. But this one was like, okay, this is right in my wheelhouse.
Sales management was bolder.
Yeah. Really good.
Yeah, first night everyone went pretty hard, drinks and cigars, and we stayed up pretty late. One person didn't make it to day 2.
From the UK.
From the UK, yeah. It was so fun, dude. I can't wait to have the one here in Arizona. Yeah.
Which guys do you get to speak with from?
I have Cole coming. Who else do we have? David Dre.
Oh, nice.
Sam Ovens, former sales manager. And then Clark Kegley. So it's gonna be YouTube ads, YouTube, organic, and then sales focused. Sick. Which is basically the model we're basically teaching, and I want to keep evolving and teaching more because it's like that's what we're doing, right? Jeremiah's help with the content on YouTube. That's the main platform we're focused on. Combined with YouTube ads, our best clients come from YouTube organic. So it's like just fueling that ecosystem, and then obviously just clearly getting better at sales like we've been talking about.
Can I get your information?
100%. What's the niche?
Women business owners.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, we have a company called Women Rocking Business.
Women Rocking Business.
You can look me up on YouTube.
I love that. So you do have a YouTube?
I do.
Okay.
I'm on there. It's just, my team's just throwing stuff up. It's not very intentional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, most of our clients, they don't really have a big YouTube following, right? They just have a good offer, solid team. So the fact that you just have a YouTube channel and it has something is even good enough.
Okay.
Here's my mobile.
I'll take your comment.
Like Roland Frazier, I think his partner Ryan Dice is speaking just now. Client of ours for a long time.
Yeah.
We helped Tim and Ryan and digital marketer scale for YouTube ads, so.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Nice to meet you.
And you said your name was?
Sage Levine.
Sage, okay,
I'm gonna
beautiful.
send you a message right now.
Awesome, sounds good.
Very, very simple. This should be about 5 minutes per person. This exercise takes an hour, but every single time this exercise proves to be able to participate and be the best one of the event, in my opinion. Everybody clear on the rules? Yep. All right, let's get some music going, 80s.
Ads for the client, we launch the ads for the client, they start generating leads and calls, right? Then we coach them on how to manage, optimize it, and scale it themselves. So basically, we're giving them the speed of the agency, but then we're giving them the long-term benefits of the coaching, right? And the problem we ran into was we were selling it for a little bit higher of a price point than what the market actually could afford for the majority, right? The close rate in January was horrific. It was like 14%. That was with me on the phones as well. And you gotta realize if someone's doing 20K to 50K a month, literally their businesses, they can't afford it, us plus ads, let alone their payroll, right? So we just changed it to 15K. Close rate in February was 33%. So we doubled the close rate. hit a record month last month as well in terms of this new offer. And that's not including like agency or anything. So that's all back in, right? But the biggest problem is we have a closer right now who's doing really well, just great at closing, but there's no playbook. I can't duplicate him. He's the golden boy, but he's also doing his own thing, and we know it's temporary. Like, it's only a matter of time before he leaves. We've agreed upon that, right? So I need to build a playbook ASAP. My biggest problem is, okay, well, with him leaving and sort of being part-time right now anyways, wouldn't it make sense for me to, I guess, get back on the phones again and validate it while building the playbook out with him still part-time closing? And Yegor was just like, well, probably not, man. Like, you're a founder, like, you're kind of the brand right now. You probably can get away with just hiring a closer who's maybe as good as him and just kind of ramping them up that way. I guess my question would be, what do you guys think about that idea? Because I'm still like, okay, well, I can still get on the phones and close if I need to. I don't mind doing it. Would I want to do it? Probably not, but I'll do it, right?
I went through something similar with the whole thing, and I literally went in and I validated the sales process. So I still took.
Yeah.
So like creating that video campaign for the ramp, for the on-ramp, it'd be great if they saw a few videos of you doing it the way you want it done. Because that's literally what I'm doing, is I build out the whole 10 mock calls. My best guy, my golden boy, he's in my image, literally. So his calls and my calls are very similar, so we'll have a mix of both. But if you don't have that golden boy, or the one that you have doesn't represent the way you want other people to sell, then you should probably record yourself in the context of those calls.
Okay.
I'm fortunate because my guy is doing it the way I'm doing it. He's not off doing his own thing. But if he was, the training videos would only be me.
Yeah.
So maybe you should take those calls.
Yeah. How's it going, man?
Good. I think, do you do YouTube ads? Is that your gig?
Yeah.
Okay, we've been talking. Rick,
how's it going? Brian.
Operator here.
Nice to meet you.
We've been, we're all Facebook ads right now.
Okay.
And we want to expand our Facebook ads agency. Doesn't do YouTube. They say they don't really want to get into
Who's the
YouTube.
agency?
She's small. She's she does a few big people.
Okay.
So basically, we got 3 offers.
Okay.
Right now, we're running VSL to book a call.
Nice.
For 2 of them.
Okay.
And we want to expand to all 3.
Sick.
But we're interested in, hearing what you do. And what,
What's the one that's working the best on Facebook right now?
The BizOp.
BizOp, yeah, that makes sense. Just more scalable, mass market, YouTube ads, I mean, how much are you guys spending on Facebook?
60
a month? Oh yeah, easy. All you gotta do, I can give you the steps right now. All you gotta do is get on YouTube with some simple remarketing campaigns to Facebook audiences that you're already running traffic to. Simple creatives, 2 to 3 minutes long, right? Nothing crazy. You're the face, right? Yeah, simple, dude. You can go on your iPhone. The best clients that we have, they just rip ads on their iPhone, nothing crazy. And again, with BizOp, I found actually iPhone videos that are real, raw, and genuine actually outperform. Yeah, especially for the market you're targeting. I'm assuming they're not like 18 to 24-year-olds, right? Exactly.
They're usually all in their 30s. Or
Exactly, right? So they're gonna be not as attracted to the hype TikTok style marketing. They want the genuine, they want someone to just talk to them like it's real, right? And that's where the market's shifting, I found too. So yeah, with YouTube ads, I mean, pretty simple. You don't have an in-house media buyer then for YouTube, no? Okay.
We're next step. Yeah, we want to.
Yeah, well, that would be the hybrid offer we would give you guys then. It's done for you, done with you. So we'd create all the ads for you, right? Obviously, we'd write the scripts for you, coach you on how to film the ads, edit all the videos as well, and then set up all your campaigns, targeting, your tracking, your conversions.
Train it in-house, like one of our...
So we build you the system, right? Give you the campaigns, launch them, you start getting the leads and the calls, and then we start slowly taking off ourselves driving and handing it to you, right? Now, depending on who you want that to be, it could be you, could be someone on your team, or we could obviously continue managing it for you as an agency as well. So it's kind of like a feeder to our agency. Yeah, we could obviously hire someone and train someone.
That we have in mind.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Well, here's what we would do, right? Because we have that all the time. Clients are like, well, maybe there's this person that can do it, right? We take them through the course content. We're learning as they go, right? And then depending on if they can actually step up to the plate and do it, we just hand it off to them. If you don't feel comfortable, then obviously
YouTube only, basically.
YouTube ads, yeah.
Are they? I've heard that the compliancy stuff with Meta
is like really tight, stricter than YouTube. But on YouTube, I heard it's not.
Still, it's a lot less strict. Still, for BizOp, it's the same as anything else. But with YouTube, it's just a better quality lead and buyer.
Yeah, because they're more immersed.
Yeah, they're more immersed. People go to YouTube to learn or to be entertained. So like with YouTube ads, if you're spending $60K a month on Facebook, you're gonna have a huge, easy time scaling on YouTube.
And we're trying to scale this YouTube channel too, because we're doing
nice.
I just started getting serious on YouTube, and we've added like almost like 2,700 subs in the past like 2 weeks.
Like one video a week?
So 2 weeks.
Nice.
Long form.
Wow. Yeah, so the first campaigns we would give you guys is remarketing to Facebook traffic, remarketing to your YouTube audiences, which would be pretty small, but then we can create actual similar based audiences based off those YouTube audiences.
YouTube audience side is like 50K, 55.
Okay, beautiful. And then you'd have similar audiences off those viewers and everything too. Then just with BizOp, you just go mass market, right? So custom intent audiences around make money online, how to quit my 9 to 5, how to start a passive side hustle, things like that, right?
Yeah, search intent.
Exactly, yeah.
So different than Facebook.
Yeah, people that are looking up how to make additional income, right? And maybe specific sub niches as well, like nurses and things like that too. So yeah, pretty simple setup.
Yeah, I'd love to.
For sure, yeah. I'll add you on Instagram if that's cool. I feel like one of the biggest takeaways from today, personally, was again the reminder of the actions create the belief, and then the belief creates the experience. And what that means is basically as a leader, right? We're always supposed to be developing, mentoring, and leading our team, right? Coaching them, mentoring them, helping them achieve a personal growth that they can't experience anywhere else. And so, one of the biggest realizations I had today was simply hearing Brian talk about how he's had to realize some of his beliefs that have been creating actions that maybe aren't healthy for him. So, he was sharing a story on stage about how he would always have to be very strict, very stern, very intense with his team, right? Because that's what he thought was success, because he always was mentored by people that were very intense, very strict, very, direct. And so what happened was people would, they would show up to the meetings fearful, maybe scared, and they wouldn't actually go deep with him, and they would churn. And so one of the things I was realizing is like, what are the beliefs that I still have about maybe sales or just leadership that I haven't been embodying enough that I can help my team with, especially when it comes to their next level of growth. Because at the end of the day, right, there's times where us as business owners, and I'm sure you watching this can relate to this if you have a business, is you get selfish, right? You start thinking selfishly, and you always think about me versus we, right? And so one of the things that we had to, remind ourselves of, which Brian reminded me of today, is, you got to make sure that you are having every single interaction with your team and it's leaving them with a positive experience. You're actually helping them, see the bigger picture for them in your vehicle, because that's why they came to work with you. How they can achieve their goals with your vision and achieve their vision and your vision. And so it kind of sounds very like baseline, like surface level, but the reality is that's the stuff that actually moves the needle forward, right? Being able to pour into your team on a one-on-one basis and actually show them that you're helping them grow by just going deeper than the surface level. How's it going, man? What's on your mind? Like, personally, I've been doing that too often with my team, and I need to check myself as the leader and also say, like, what's really going on? Like, how do you feel like you're progressing in your life? Like, what are you struggling with? What can I help you with? And also making sure that me as a leader, I'm actually growing as well. So that's a big one. The other one though, on a more tactical side, on-ramp sales playbook. So this one was a huge one simply because, we have a new offer. Obviously the offer that's been crushing for us is the hybrid offer. We've been selling that, scaling that to cold traffic. We don't have an on-ramp playbook for new sales reps, right? And so one thing that I'm gonna be doing personally as a leader is actually building that playbook out for the company. The reason why is because ultimately, right, like it doesn't matter if we have someone who's, really good at closing as well, but if there's no playbook for them to model, right? Someone could be modeling someone that's obviously really good, but ultimately it's not how the playbook should be ran based off of them and their skill set and their attitude, right? Because you can have someone who's really good at sales, but it's, they're just doing whatever it takes to close the deal. And that can be good only to a certain point. And so I'm gonna be creating an on-ramp sales playbook with a catalog of closed win sales calls, actual product, reviews and demonstrations of how the product actually works, as well as customer testimonials, case studies for specific niches that we can help, and testimonials that they can actually watch. So when a new closer or setter comes in, they just immediately get introduced to this on-ramp playbook and get ramped up to speed within the first week of how the product works and what to talk about in terms of specifics to potential clients when they're on the sales calls, which will help them ramp up the KPI faster. So that was a big one. And then last but not least, one of the biggest issues we've been running into recently that Charlie was talking about today, and he might talk about later, is we have all of our clients in one community, which I personally see the vision of and I love, because it creates one community, one focus, and everyone's in one big thing versus a bunch of different things. Less complexity. And I was asking the table I was at, what do you guys think about this? Because we have agency clients in there, we have hybrid clients in there, we have mastermind clients all in one group, and they're asking us, hey, can I attend to these events? Because we have 2 in-person events per year. You guys saw. We had the banger New Year's Eve Miami Mastermind celebration. That was sick, yacht party, the whole shebang. We have another one coming up here in May in Arizona, our next mastermind, even better, but more intimate. And we have clients asking us, can I go, right? Am I allowed to attend these events? And so I asked them their opinion, and they said, hybrid client 16-week, if you wanna go, you gotta upgrade early. So use it as an incentive to help them to upgrade early and go to the event. Meaning that, okay, you wanna come to the event in May? Great. Not only do you obviously continue paying your payment plan, but now let's start paying for the next thing as well. So that way you can pay the next ascension to get to actually attend the event. I thought that was very smart, and it allowed me to see the path to not sell tickets individually to get people to go, because I do want to make it more exclusive. I do want it to be members only. I don't want just anybody who's anybody to go, because the last thing that I want is someone to be at my event or our events, and then they're sitting next to someone who's just a sit-in. They're sitting next to someone who's just attending and a guest. And they're talking to them, how long have you been in the mastermind? And they're like, oh man, I'm just seeing if this is gonna be a fit for me. And then you paying us the money you're gonna be paying us to join and experience this, you're like, the hell? I paid for this and this guy just got to sit in, right? Just doesn't make sense. And so I don't wanna create that type of experience. I want people to be there because they are all in for the entire year. And so we're gonna use that to upgrade people early so they can attend the events if they want to, and obviously, enjoy the in-person experience too. So those are my big takeaways. And that's just for day 1 too.